Hello and welcome to Matt's Mosh Pit, and tonight I'm going to be checking out Hunderprest by Hellripper. But before I get started, I just want to say thank you so much for all the love and support you've shown me and my channel so far. It truly means a lot, and I could not do this without you. So folks, Hellripper. Not only was that my nickname back in college, but no, actually, it's a guy, from what I understand, it's like he's kind of like a one-man band kind of person, almost like a Trent Reznor type of deal where it's like a one person, but the name is like a band name, as far as I can tell. From what I understand, I believe he's from like Scotland or something along those lines. You can tell I know nothing. I'm just riffing here, but that's what I've understood and heard. I hear this guy's name all the time. And so many people, you know, I feel like he put out an album like a year ago, and it was like the album everybody was talking about. And so at the time, I did like a quick scan, but didn't really listen to it. And at the time, I don't think my ears were necessarily ready for it. So I just kind of was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. And I just kind of pushed it off to the side. But since then, I've heard Hellripper quite a few times, and I have never heard a bad thing. Like whether it's going to see Hellripper live or albums, I've never heard a single bad thing. It's always in the category of like, oh yeah, fantastic, awesome, live energy, just everything's great, it's everything I love in the world, all that kind of good stuff. So with that being said, I see that Hellripper dropped this song Hunderprest, and I don't know if it's off of an old album and it's just really late in getting to YouTube, or if it's a brand new song for an album that's coming out. I'm hoping it's the latter, but anyway, that's why we're here, folks, because I'm going to give Hellripper the good old college try here. And so, yeah, that's pretty much all I know, and so let's just go ahead and get right into it. Once again, this is Hunderprest by Hellripper. Kind of weird. It's like that. I feel like the music itself is very like thrashy or like thrash metalish, but yet the vocals seem to have that like black metal type of like screechy vocals. And so it's kind of an interesting combo. And I guess that's why, you know, people call him out so much. And the show looks like it's got mad energy and all. So far, so good. my gosh, this song does not let up. Like it's just, you know, I feel like the drummer, like if I was the drummer, I would have passed out a long time ago. I'm just saying, it's just like, it just keeps going. And just when you think it's going to end, they go into a different section, but it's like, man, it's just nonstop energy. Like there was no even lead in. This video just started off with like, and it just kept going. And it just, we've heard different vocal styles, which is fantastic. But it's just like, man, if I'm the drummer, and every time they keep showing him, and I know it's just concert footage and not like what he's really doing at the time while the song is going. But anyway, I would have passed out. That's all I'm saying. I would have passed out. Wow. I need a break after that one. I'm winded. And so, man, that was crazy. That was awesome. Okay, you know what? I now know what everybody was talking about when it comes to Hellripper. Man, just sheer energy. I love the vocals, and I like the cadence in his vocals, which is like really, really cool. It just sort of like I have no idea what he was saying, but it was just nonstop energy. It was just fantastic. And so one thing I noticed, which is fascinating, and you guys can help me out in the comments on this one, but you know, I've mentioned this before. I have a bunch of different hobbies, and I love like collecting things, and a lot of it's autographs and whatnot. And so if Hellripper truly is like a one-man band type of person, and he's really just using, you know, hired guns for the live piece, like I don't know if he uses the same people to where it's like the same constant band, or are band members interchanging just based on the need and who's available. And so I'm not really sure about how that works, but I'm fascinated by it. Kept showing like a meet and greet or a signing session of some sorts in the video. And my thought process is, if it is a one-man band, like, do you really want the other people signing that particular album? Like, yes, they were there playing live in concert, and you know, it's really cool that they did that. But in a weird sort of way, maybe me, that like the collector in me is going, how about you, Hellripper, sign this album, and the other guys can sign like a note card or something like that? And I know it sounds horrible, but that's just how my head goes as far as like the collectability factor, you know. And so I'm always fascinated by that. And I'll use another example of like, just use like generically, I'm just going to throw Kiss out there. I had a friend who got backstage passes to see Kiss with, it was in the later years, I'd say within the last 10 years or so. And they had, you know, like Kiss Alive album that they wanted to get signed. And it's one thing, in my opinion, to have like Gene and Paul sign it because they were there, they were on the album and all that good stuff. But there's no point in having Tommy and the other guy, the drummer, there's no point in having them sign it, but they did sign that album. And I thought it was just kind of weird, because it's like, what's the value? Like, it's still cool that Gene and Paul are on it, but if you have somebody who's not on the album signing the album, does that take away from it? Or is it just cool because you have the band at that time signing? Anyway, that's what goes on in my head, folks. So help me clear this up. So please let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. You know, if you were to meet up with Hellripper, would you want just his signature, or would you want the whole band because it's just super cool to be there? So anyway, with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.